Yo, the Rap Radar podcast. Shout out to them for their interview they did with NBA Youngboy. It was pretty interesting. You know, since he's been out, I'm telling you, he's been a different individual. It ain't been the same NBA Youngboy you've been used to. He's a little bit more mature, and I guess after seeing life on the inside for the little time he was in there, he kind of realized like, yo, I'm in a privileged position. I better sit down somewhere. Like I need to calm down and realize like this is a kind of a foolish game I'm doing right now. So for me, this is probably what I need to do is chill the F out. Cause that stuff it hurts you, man. In the long run, you'll get hurt. You'll get hurt in the game. If the longer you stay in the game and you do stuff like what he was doing, and as wild as he was, you would be in so much trouble. It always struck me as odd when I see people that should have had more success in the game and they just like seem like they fell off the planet. It's like, wow, that's what happened to dude. And it's strange, but it happened that way. There'd be somebody that's supposed to like blow and pop and they'll come out for one song and they fade away. And well, because he probably been off them drugs. See, you gotta understand that stuff stay in your system and you fiend for it. People don't get that. You fiend for this stuff. It's some countless people out here that's out there fiending. Like they want that attention. Straight up. The reason why is because most people don't even understand the sacrifice it takes when you get in this business. Like when you get in this business, this was it. Because you wanted to always be the very best you could be in this business. Period. But the struggle to get there. He said we got readers now. The thing is that there's so many people that are gone off these products that you can't even tell who is who. Like they numb all these factors in them. And they suffer a lot from depression. For people that's on lean, that codeine, it's an addictive drug. And it has a lot of people on this web. And when you locked up, you ain't got access to it. So you start going through cold spells and shaking and everything. So it's a lot of different aspects to what's happening than what people know. And I remember when I first found out about NBA Youngboy, I thought that was somebody on YouTube. I thought it was somebody on YouTube who created a character and they was talking about basketball. I used to see it, NBA Youngboy, NBA Youngboy. So I thought it was about basketball. I knew nothing about this. I was like, oh, it's another guy on YouTube who, he got, it's some type of internet thing he got, and he's got his own platform, and it's one of those. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't pay it no mind. And then it popped up on my YouTube timeline. Mm. Now, Youngboy said he got a secret. It's not a secret. He just has a way to tell who's gangster or not. He said if they mama was a gangster, they'll be able to recognize him. Now, I don't know how he's able to do that. Like, I first found out this guy, he came up on my timeline because I was basketball. And when it said NBA, they suggested NBA Youngboy. And that's how I found out he was a rapper. So I didn't even know who he was at the time. And never thought he would get to the level he is right now. And the more I learned about him, the more I said, oh my God, this kid his head is all screwed up. And that was back then. He's every 10 seconds, he's showing guns. He's got baby mama all over the place. Then he got Floyd's daughter pregnant. It was like, this dude's like living in a whirlwind. And it's going to come crashing down on him, where he's going to be another statistic in the system. But now he's getting a second chance to like just focus on the music, because everything he put out, his all target audience, they are 100% behind him. 100%. They don't waver. They don't flip flop. They are behind him, and that's it. His way and no other way. No, Floyd ain't got a problem with him. They spoke and everything. That's just how he was talking at the time, because he was mad. But they had a conversation. They good. His grandbaby's safe. It is what it is. But they ain't never had no problems like that. The internet was trying to make them beef. But they grown men. Like Floyd's a grown man. He got no problem with that kid. So, but he said, oh yeah, Gavin, get some sleep. What are you talking about? You already just got smoked by Luca. Yeah, we just smoked him in 2K. So he ain't too happy about it. He want a rematch. But it's too late. You got to go to bed. You got school tomorrow. Get some more of that Luca. Luca, Luca, Luca. Yeah, you can get some of that a little later. Yeah, you got smoked, Bear. Bear, you done ran. I don't know where you went. I think we tied at 2. We got to break the record. The Lakers are unbeatable in 2K now. That's why I don't really like 2K23. I really don't like the game. 22 is way better than this. Oh, here they got it like you just absolutely can't shoot the basketball. It's just like damn near impossible. But a bum can hit a three out of nowhere. It'd be like a bum. I'd be like, who is this dude? And he hitting threes. But the people like Kyrie can't hit a three. I'm like, are you kidding? Two K16 was the last good one. I see. The wrestling game's all right. That's cool. Well, you gotta understand a few things. There are a lot of people who just don't seem to understand or get it. You know. No, he's saying if you got to be a gangster, your mama got to be a gangster. Notice he said your mama, not your daddy. That's what NBA Youngboy said. Your mama. Your mom. How can you be a gangster if I look at your mama and your mama ain't a gangster? He didn't say father. He just went straight to mama. Because that's what he knows. Single parent, single mama. Mama's baby, papa's maybe. So he went straight to the mama daddy thing. Ain't that crazy? See, the problem is different. The problem is very different. And the reason why I say it's different is because stylistically, it don't mesh. People are a gangster by their environment. That's what makes them. Normally, people with broken homes, they don't have a strong male figure around. That would have happened to them. If I'd have stayed on 47th Street, ain't no telling, you probably wouldn't see me right now. Seriously, you would not be seeing me right now. If I was on 47th Street and we stayed over there, just me and my moms, you wouldn't have seen me. No siree. I'd have been too much for her to control. Cause she can't monitor me and I'll be out there in the streets. I'm a free bird. I'd have been a product of the street. Probably had criminal records. But like I told you, everybody don't have the same background as you. They don't come up the same way as you. We had a close family knit. So nobody was gonna get through the ropes. We was gonna make sure we stay locked in. You're gonna go to school. Ain't none of this nonsense out here. We don't glorify that. We stay the code. We stay true. Now, for me, things are a little different. Because I had the support of my family, because I had people around me that understood what it took to get to the next level, to get to where I needed to go, to propel myself to greater heights, to do those type of things, I was very proud. But I didn't want to disappoint them. So it was more than me. It was about, I don't want to disappoint them by humiliating myself. But like I said, Youngboy probably didn't have those options. Youngboy didn't have somebody on his shoulder that was going to tell him what was what. And when I saw his mother, I said, oh my God, no wonder this guy is the way he is. But when his grandmother was alive, she put that empathy in his heart. She was trying her best to save her son. She was taking care of him because the mom was too wild. And she put some of that heart into him. But a lot of that get blacked out when you start taking lean, pills, and all this other nonsense. That's already done claimed a lot of lives. Well, getting out of the ghetto, as they call it, was always a commodity, right? That was always one of the goals. You gotta get out. Nobody I know that was in the ghetto was saying, I want to stay here the rest of my life. Everybody talked about, man, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get me a car. I'm going to get this. Watch, I'm going to get this, and then I'm going to get mama a house over there. But the older they got, the more they wanted to stay where they was at. They go visit other places, but they wanted to stay right where they was at. They didn't want to go nowhere no more. Now it became, I want to stay right here. You know how they say, so ended the lesson. So ended the lesson. Because that's what they want to inspire everyone to become. Exactly. It ain't that people didn't want to leave, they didn't have the money. Right. But a lot of people, I've seen people who had the money to leave, but they get so much love from the hood. So why would they leave? They're getting so much love. They don't want to leave that. They happy right where they at. I ain't finna leave that love. That love was $2,000. But being on house arrest, it seemed to be working for Youngboy. Because now that he's on house arrest, knowing they testing him for drugs and all that stuff, he can't really be on it. Or he's gonna go back. So his mind is a little bit clearer. And you can hear it from the way he talks. And when has hip hop just been mixtapes only? Like, I swear, artists put out more mixtapes than albums. And then because they be eating off the mixtapes. People can do tours now off mixtapes. 50 Cent brought that into prominence. That wouldn't even exist if 50 wasn't there. I know. It's a quite of a coinky dink. Man, it's a lot of things that happened that didn't make a lot of sense, and to me it's baffling. It's not reaching what it should, like the levels when it comes to the entertainment value. When you look at hip hop as in a whole, like as far as a cohesive project where you can like, oh man, this is great. It's got marketing, promotion, and it comes out. Now people just throw an album out on streaming. And then they'd be like, yo, go check it out. My album out. You'd be like, man, that's the marketing? You just spent all that time making this, music, and you distribute it like this. It's just like, who's going to go buy it? Because you didn't market it well. You didn't build it up. You ain't building it into something that people would anticipate wanting to go buy. So they do a podcast interview, and normally The podcast interview is to set up and tell people, you know, about your project or whatever you got coming up. It turns into, I'm going to diss everybody and do a whole bunch of hot takes. Then now everybody cares so much about the podcast interview, they're not really caring about the album or the whatever project you got coming out. How many times we've seen that? Too many times, right? I'm telling you, man, this game is so, like, fickle. It makes no sense anymore. He said, all right, I'm out. Spooky is a good word, because that's exactly what the game is. Spooky right now. Well, you want to look at the charts and see who are the people that's the most available to benefit from something. And then you say, okay, this person will benefit the most. Oh, this person will benefit the most. But what about this person? Would they benefit too? Oh, they would? Okay, bet. Now everybody's benefiting, but we're not. Something's wrong with this picture. Right, independent artists are doing it all the time. But that's the thing. What he brought up was a common fact. When he said I could look at somebody and tell if they gangster by looking at their mama and be like, oh, his mama ain't gangster. How he gonna be a gangster? He might wasn't raised by his mama. He probably was raised by somebody else. But I see the point he's trying to make. But the kicker is, they don't care. It's not a foregone conclusion to say, well, he did this, so that's just the way it is. He finna be a gangster. His mama is all thuggish. I've known people whose mama was thugged out, but they babies had to go to school. She wasn't playing that. Sometimes a mama is thugged out, then you got a mama who don't take no it. So if you got a mama that don't take no it, that's different. You know, she's a mama. She ain't playing no games. She ain't gangster, but you don't test her. So it's hard to just say that, but I get what he's saying. But it brought up an element because he went straight to mother and didn't say father. Because he knows the majority of these guys that's out here are raised normally by a single mom. And his mom is, oh my God, off the chain. And you don't get to choose who your parents are. And he had a tough childhood, man. Getting his neck broken as a kid. You know, and surviving that. He had to get a spiral ring around his head. They had to drill holes in his head, you know, and just to make sure his neck did not move. Yeah, he had a hard life. It's a lot of people that have that hard life, but God has given him an opportunity. He's got a way to make it legit. And before, I couldn't stand the way he was, going out and doing stuff and waving guns. I just don't like that and what they was doing. I'm like, dude, you just seconds from going to jail. The more you do this activity. So now he sounds more clear-headed. He sounds like somebody that get it. Like, I'm not going to be in the system. Like, I'm not going to be a product of the system. I'm going to actually do something different. And to me, that means a lot more than, him doing the opposite. Thanks, everybody who hit the like button. I appreciate the support. And everybody who get what I'm saying. Oh, because of the snow, they closed the restaurant early? That's lame. They talk about these businesses, but then nobody actually lives up to what they're supposed to do. No. No, I thought we did that on a live stream already, but we did the movie review for Ant-Man already. We didn't do the spoiler review. Like, I don't want to spoil that for people. I never thought in a million years I would see somebody who would resemble a person that I really didn't like them when I met them and their activity to where I say they are right now, and that's Youngboy. I'm hoping he, woke up and got the message. It's some of them that, you can't judge them, or you shouldn't look down on them or judge them because they had some shortcomings, because you don't know their situation. Everybody's situation is different. So you got to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, some people, they've done some foul things. They got good hearts, and they didn't mean to do it. It's just circumstances they was in. You don't really know the circumstances. So you try to understand everybody's story, because not everybody had the same path as you. So I just applaud those who are not trying to be savages and goons. We got enough people trying to be savages and goons. Impress me, be the next, chemical engineer, be the next tech supervisor or new tech creator. That's impressive to me. be the change, be something different. Well, right now I'm waiting on them to post the Michael Jackson video, and I had to. There's new terms or conditions, things I gotta like agree to the terms. I don't even know what this is for because I don't know. They changing their terms and policies. They updating it rather. So I was just waiting on them to do that. But on the Patreon right now, if you was on there, Chris, which I think you was, you saw the one where I talked about the black man who started his own business, and now he went from 4,000 a year to 300,000 a year, and he's tapped into a market that a lot of blacks are not even looking into. So definitely check that out on the Patreon, Carcino for Life Patreon. Go check that out, and that is pretty incredible. You said who? Well, you always got naysayers, right? And what a naysayer gonna say? Nay. Will Dirk ever wake up? I mean, he's kind of there. But then sometimes when you hear him, I just don't know. Sometimes it's the people that you're surrounded with. You can't change your life if you're not willing to change yourself. My window had to get smaller for the people that I used to deal with. I'm cordial, but we ain't gonna be able to hang out like that no more. Yeah, I know. I just want people to like his music. He got a couple of songs that are pretty good, but I just can't remember the name of them. Because all the songs kind of sound the same. But he wouldn't be my first choice for music. I wouldn't be like, yo, Youngboy, I need that Youngboy. I like NLE Chopper more than I like Youngboy. You said that they're not good. I wouldn't say that at all. Y'all just some harsh critics. He said I would. Yeah, I like NLE Chopper songs better. But like I said before, that don't really mean anything. I hate when it snow and they got these sensors going, because I'm not finna get hit with no damn ticket in the mail. Great, great, great. Nah, there we go. We finally got it. There we go. Now, oh yeah, it's gonna be Power Season 2, Raising Canaan coming back. 50, man, 50 got that money raining in, baby. Oh, the new BMF episode should be out now. If you got the stars out, I'm gonna check that out. Well, that's how they, they hold you back because they look at you and they determine where they think you should be. As long as you got people doing that, they can always like shortcut you. Well, I'm not trying to get undercut. Well, hip hop's a dirty game, man. These record labels put you and set you up for situations to where your life is in danger. You know, that's why he moved to Texas, because dudes in NOLA was trying to take his head off. So to calm down a lot of the beefs he had, he moved to Texas and he got in beef, running into beef in Texas. So he was gonna have to go back to NOLA. He ain't want that. Well, when you're in the industry, it's kind of hard for you to have a open life with the world. When you're showing them your house and everything, Because you never know. When you're a big artist, you don't know which one are the crazies and the ones that's going to come there and try to pull a jack move. You know, you look at Pop Smoke. He gone for no reason. You know, I can see if he had did something dirty to somebody. But Pop Smoke, man, he had an energy in New York. There's a lot of people pissed off over that. When LeBron leaving, when he started losing, he loved his team today. He gonna hate it tomorrow. Man, it's a mess out here. Kind of making you wish you stayed home. I don't remember how I went to sleep, how I woke up, the whole nine. That's how you know you've been working a lot. You say you're attached to the blood. You say it's 70 up here in Ohio. See, my dislike for Ohio is not the people. See, that's what people kind of get mixed, get it mixed, construed or whatever. But it's the police. That's why I don't like Ohio. One, there's like almost nothing to do. Two, the most black people taken out by the police is in Ohio, the state of Ohio. So I'm not gonna risk being a statistic, just hoping I catch the good ones. The percentages tell me it's very low for survival. They wouldn't know how to diss Chris. Curs want to eat them up. Well, everyone has their own opinions when it comes to like changing environments and everything. Me, I've always been Johnny Cool on the spot. So changing environments don't bother me. No, I mean the way he do it probably worked best for him, and that's cool. But to me, finding out who Gangsta or not, I don't really do anything for me. Well, he said most rappers, this is what he said, he said a lot of the rappers are who they say they are, but the majority of them, man, they ain't built like that. I mean, mama ain't gangsta, so how could they be gangsta? Yeah, they're not sharing the video for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, it's a mess out here. Just driving through a blizzard. Well, there's a lot of people that they want their way, and they like to have their way, and they like things to come fast. You know, you got a lot of impatient people in the world. As long as you got impatient people, you're gonna have people that want it something, and they want it now, and they want it their way. Those narratives never get old. That train is never late. It's always on time. So what you want to monitor, you want to make sure what your balance is to stay on point and to stay sharp is the fact that you remember just got to remember that these people are not trying to do something that's best for you. They're working against you at all times. So it's up to you to recognize that. And you can capitalize off of it or what have you. But it's up to you. Well, when you see things going your way, you just bow your head, be grateful. You kiss the sky and say thank you for letting me see another day. You're so appreciative of life. You have no time or patience for anything that is considered to be nonsense. You know, so just a message for the wise. Stay humble, my friend. Stay humble. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Stay humble, my friend. Stay humble. I never wanted to be somebody that was left out of the mix when something was supposed to go our way. I never wanted to be that person. You know, when something positive was happening and I didn't have a chance to capitalize on it, dude, I would be so upset. So upset. Oh my God. Look at these people. This is why I always win my money. Like my pictures are on the wall. I run this place. And I told my friends about it, and now they popping up here. Ain't that something? They want to try to get my shine, get my money. I came here to add to my wall. Hey, look at my wall of glory. Hey. Yep. So y'all tried to sneak off.
No, I just didn't want to go to church.
Okay.